G'day, you beautiful, awesome people, and welcome to Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, the finale. We have come all this way, and this is the final trek of our journey. Remember what they always say, people. It's not all about the journey. It's not all about the destination. It's the journey itself, and we have come a very long way. We started off in our local friendly village. We then made our way to an unfamiliar cave of mining trolls. We then continued on even further to a black, dark forest that caused a little bit of issues. And then we continued even further to more grim areas of a bloody battleground of giants versus humans, I'm assuming. And now we're at this winter tundra wasteland. I was going to say winter wonderland, but it's far from that. It's a tundra wasteland from what we've just seen. And now we're here. We're in a dark, gloomy cave with this stranger we picked up along the way that we actually rescued. And to find out how we rescued her, we got to see the previous episode. But no, we're at the finale. And actually, no, I'm not even going to say it until we actually get to that point. So let us continue on and see where this dark, gloomy cave leads us. And by the way, the only reason why we're in here is because Naya took the advice of this lady here, and that's not normal. Why is there a bunch of mummified bodies up there? And why is there a sack of eggs? And oh boy, warning, if you've got a fear of spiders, please look away. I've got a fear of spiders, but I can't look away, because otherwise who's controlling the game? Oh boy. Oh boy. This is a problem. Yeah. She's not who she says she is. She's a, she spider? Yeah, what would you call that? You know what I do call it? Trouble. That we need to get rid of with fire and more fire. And probably a big fly swat. Preferred to be electrified. You know? Just grab the electric racket, which is what I use, and squash her with it, and then electrify her, and just keep electrifying until she burns from the inside out. Right, so while she's trying to do that and bring us up, we need to, break free by swinging side to side, and we've broken the ball at least, but, you know, she's trying to go for naive, and now, while you're at it, have a ball to the face. I mean, I don't know if that would actually hurt, because it's like a spider web, and, well, then again, spider webs tend to be quite strong if compacted, so maybe that would hurt? I thought it was broken, but it doesn't appear to be broken now, but now we just gotta roll into it. If you wait too long too, by the way, you do get a reset, because some terrible things happen. Right, that's 2 legs down. You know, we've got 6 left. Where is she coming? Oh, I got bounced. Oh no, she's bouncing me. Bang. Oh, I think I just made that, by the way. Alright, that's 3 legs down. Right, we just ripped out. Oh, she can't move. Alright, now up. Bang. Now we can just smack her as many times as we want while Naya's going through and I'm just ripping them legs out. And how do you feel about trapping us now, lady? Well, actually, no, that's being polite. How do you feel about this, eh? You wretch! You wicked wrench. Say that 3 times fast. Wicked wrench. And with that, the final leg is ripped out and we are victorious. Well, I don't know about that now. I mean, man down! Hopefully, I mean, what in the... Seriously, oh, yeah. Here's a common trope that you see. The people close to you, like if they're extremely close to you, coming back to the whole telepathy topic we were talking about very earlier in this series, when you are close to someone, they have a telepathic connection to you, so if anything bad happens to you, they will know. Like, they have a bit of a, you know, something doesn't feel right. I mean, just, yeah, that very gut feeling that something's not right. I mean, he doesn't look very right either. I mean, look at the bags around his eyes. They're as black as shadows. Oh, but no, he is correct in his assumption too, that gut feeling. Like, we're not traveling too well at the moment, and we're in the middle of nowhere with no medical help around whatsoever. So we're not looking too good. And I forgot to give my, oh man, I probably should do this now. I mean, I know I've got my dying brother in my arms at the moment, but while we're carrying on here, if you haven't already, and as I said, I've been doing this every episode now, and I really need to emphasize it in this particular episode considering the condition we're in now. If you have a loved one, or even just a best friend, or just someone close to you, go out, send them a text message, or even just pause the video, go out and see that person, give them a hug, and tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them. Because otherwise, if they end up in this position, they might be too late to tell them, and they might, you know, something could happen, they may not know exactly how much you appreciate them. But all things aside though, look where we are. Hey, it might be all happy endings anyways. I mean, Naya's on a real good position, but hey, we're at the tree with the cure. It might be able to cure the wound that Naya just had and save his life. Hey, we might not end up having a dark ending anyways. Oh, how good's this? Oh. No, we've made it. We made it. We actually made it to the tree. Oh man, happy days, oh, seriously, I can't believe, like, we actually made it. These two boys, after what they've been through, they've actually made it. Although, I really don't blame Naya not wanting to climb the tree. I mean, the poor guy got stabbed in the abdomen there by a goddamn spider, the wicked wrench. Oh. So yeah, we've got our container to carry some of the water back. But now, this is where the symbolic controls come into play, where we have to now control only one person. It's kind of feeling a little bit awkward, but can you imagine what Naya is going through at the moment? His big brother's is on death's bed, and so is his dad. And the poor boy now has to traverse this tree all by his lonesome. He's got no support going on. It must feel so awkward going all this way to now be all by himself. And you're gonna feel like, if you are playing single player, it's gonna feel extremely bloody awkward, because as I said, normally in video games, I'm pretty sure this is the same controls you use to look around. If you're playing in co-op, well, whoever's playing the big brother is kind of seeing this one out at the moment. They're kind of just watching on by and as you climb the tree by yourself. And yeah, even then you're gonna kind of feel that, oh, I'm kind of missing out on a bit of the fun here. You've gone single player all of a sudden. But we're quickly climbing up this tree because, like, as I said, we've got the life of our big brother in our hands at the moment. Oh, there's a nest up here. I wonder what lives here. Continuing, oh look, there it is. There's our destination. I mean, even though all the quotes do say it's not about the destination, it's all about the journey. Screw the journey, the destination's more important at the moment. That journey was to hell and back. Oh wow, come on Naya. You've got a brother that's relying on this at the moment, like he's in desperate need of this. Carefully gotta just drip in our jar, get a little bit of water. If that was me, I'd be like dipping that in really fast and like running on the way out. Although, I don't know if I'd be running after this. I mean, just looking at this part, that kind of looks like that's a 90-degree drop. Well, regardless, we're going down. Lucky enough, it's a bit of a slide. I guess I'd be able to deal with this. Sliding down, I mean, it's the quickest way down, of course. I wouldn't want to be doing the long way down. But anyways, Naya, we've got our... Oh, no. Please, no. You know, he's just tired. He's resting. He's fine. He's fine, isn't he? He's fine. Just, you know, just gotta wake him up. I mean, I'd be exhausted too after this big journey. Just There's just one small problem though with this cure. You know, it's a miracle cure, that's for sure, but yeah, it doesn't bring back the dead. And by the way, the music isn't helping. Yeah, that's how we're ending this. So we started with 2, and unfortunately, we've lost 1. And by the way, that's very cruel, game. And the way that this control scheme's set up, it also means we had the death of half of a controller. And the rain kicks in, which means, yeah, the rain starts pouring when the scene gets dark. Or when there's something dreadful that just happened. That metaphor for sadness. And then, yeah, the game kind of rips your heart out and kind of makes it look like all is well, and you know, you're just dreaming it, very similar to like one of the earlier episodes, and it was just all a dream. Unfortunately though, that's not the reality. Yeah. We've got our father on deathbed, and our older brother has just passed on. Which is why I reminded you guys to make sure you tell the person closest to you, whether it be a significant other, a sibling, or even just a best friend. Tell them how much you appreciate them and how much you love them, because you really don't know when they're not going to be around, whether it be just a natural split or something unfortunate. Oh, come on, game, are you serious? Oh, come on, you rip half a control scheme away from me, and now you expect me to bury that control scheme? Are you serious? Are you serious? And Nai's like just burst. I don't blame him though. This is savagery. Like, this is barbaric. You're expecting me to bury basically the physical representation of my control scheme as well. I mean, I know I shouldn't put it as simple as like my control scheme. This is a character we've gone from the beginning to end. We've controlled this character from beginning to end, and this is how it ends. I have to bury his body. His lifeless, limp body. He's serious. That's heart-wrenching. We witnessed him, like we witnessed the final blow, and now we have to bury him. Are you serious? That is cruel. Oh, come on. Why can't this be a cutscene? Oh my lord. I hope no one has to go through this pain. I mean, it's hard enough, like, witnessing someone else do it, but having to do it yourself, I can't imagine that pain. Oh man, it does not help just hearing Nai sob there either. I mean, the music, by the way, is just dead on perfect. Like, you hear like the... Oh, I can't even describe it at the moment. Bloody hell, this is my second time witnessing it, and it's not easier the second time. Knowing that this is happening too, like, it does not make it easier. Oh man. It really just shows how good that writing is, especially when, like, you know it's coming. I've only just witnessed a scene like this morning of my day, and it still bloody gets to me. But, as I said, through each of the dark far out, even in the darkest points of life, there is still some type of burning light. And just like the phoenix, our old friend comes back. He actually did not bite the dust. Far out. As I said, I've already gone through the scene once. And it's so damn well written, music-wise. And it's just so damn poetic. It even gets me. Far out. Damn it, I didn't think I'd be crying the second time round again. So, having said that, hopefully... Damn, even like... Hopefully that's the last dark bit. I really hope that this... Well, I already know how the story ends, but you'd want to hope, like, going through the story, like, blind. You'd want to hope, like, going through this entire journey, you'd want to hope it has some type of happy ending up. That's heart-wrenching. It's terrible, yes. Like, to go through, build up such an emotional and physical connection with the character. I mean, that rarely happens in a game where you build up a literal physical connection to a character and then have them do that in the writing. That is so cruel, and that's why at the very beginning of this game I recommended playing with a Pro controller. The Joy-Cons would just not have that type of symbolic effect. And yeah, we went through a complete journey of a growing of age. And this final chapter is the epitome of the growing of age, like the journey from boy to man. I mean, you kind of got to see there what happened to Naya. There was a little bit of growing of age where he was growing into a bit of adult, just protecting his younger brother. But unfortunately, though, we all know what's in between child and adult. There is a little stage called adolescence, and adolescence is a real cruel thing, and I kind of feel that last chapter really was kind of adolescence in a nutshell of how cruel it can be. I mean, some of us don't even make it through adolescence, and adolescence for others is kind of like an ongoing curse. It haunts us for the rest of our lives. And poor Nai here, he's still a child. He hasn't hit adolescence yet. He even knew, like, that lady was not a right choice at all. Like, he was saying, no, let's go back, we can sleep somewhere else for the night. And unfortunately, those adolescent decisions from Naya, yeah, look where that ended up. It cost him his life, and now left Nai without an older brother. He's already witnessed the death of his mother, which has traumatized the poor boy. And now, yeah, top that off now, he's traumatized by the fact that he's also witnessed the death of his brother. He's witnessed two... Wow, I can't jump up at the moment. Let's try that one more time. Nope, I'm gonna have to go here. That's better. He's witnessed two deaths in his life, like both right in front of him, and he's hopeless and defenseless and could not prevent either one of them. And already feels like he's the reason for one of them. So, yes, and here we come. Here is the metaphorical, or not really metaphorical, I guess. Oh, it could be metaphorical in a way, but it's definitely more of the physical, literal representation of that coming of age trope, which is really what this whole story was. It's a story of coming of age, from boyhood to manhood. I mean, heck, he's been comforted now by, like, the ghost of his past, the whole, I guess, there's like an actual word for it, but as I said, I'm kind of like torn at the moment. I'm still a little bit affected by the ending, but his whole representation, I guess, of his trauma isn't the ghosts of his mother. It's the, yeah, it's just, definitely the metaphorical representation of his trauma. And notice how there it just disappeared? It's almost metaphorical or symbolic in a way of his fears disappearing, because look what's ahead of him. There's no way back. He has to swim. And using Nai's interact button, yeah, he's not gonna go. But hey, it's a full controller, right? We still technically have Naya's controls. So what happens if we click his interact. By clicking Naya's interact, well, I might not be close enough, but clicking Naya's interact, what do you know? All of a sudden, we bypass our fears. We've gained Naya's strength, and Naya's still technically with us. He's, you know, like all loved ones. They're in our hearts. They're always with us. Doesn't matter where they are, whether it be across the other side of the state, or other side of the country, or even other side of the world, or even in the afterlife. They're still with us. They're still with us in our mind, in our hearts. And if you're really close with that person, they're always with us within our soul. They're with us when we fall asleep. They're with us even through our toughest of times. Even if, oh my god, excuse me, I'm having a touching moment. I'm having the hiccups all of a sudden. I'm all choked up. But yeah, they're always with us, even in our darkest times, even when they're not physically there. They are spiritually and mentally with us. So, yeah, look at us. Even, as I said, without Naya physically being there, if we interact with Nai's normal interaction, he can't do it. But if we add Naya's spirit to it, oh, that's right, this one's a really weird one where we've got to be at a certain point to interact. Here? No, this one's a really weird one because it took me a little while to find it. I am pressing the interact button, by the way, but it's not reacting to me. This is weird. No, it's not back this far. Give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. That wasn't really working all that well. But no, with Naya's strength, we were able to gain the agility and parkour our way all the way up. And now, guess what? We can deliver the cure finally to our father. The journey is now officially over. Why did it... What's the saying? What's the quote? What did it cost us? It cost everything. It cost us our brother. It cost us so many friends we met along the way. Well, not all of them. It turned out they didn't die. They were still alive. But we witnessed so much in that process. Was it worth it? Well, if the cure works, then yes, but we did lose quite a bit. And it did cost a little bit of mental state there too. I mean, I could not imagine how traumatized Nai is after all that. I mean, could you imagine after witnessing all that we went through in this series? Could you have walked out as sane, like mentally stable after all that? I mean, during the journey, then yeah, you'd have to stay quite sane to be able to make it. But generally, personally, if I was to go through that journey, I would not remain sane the entire way. I think I'd be absolutely distraught. Even just a little bit, I'd be like turning around saying, nope, I'm done. Goodbye. And now, actually, is there an interaction we can do back there? I'm trying to remember because there's a couple of achievements we've actually missed. I'm not going to go over them in this playthrough because it's my second time playthrough. But can we interact? We can skip some rocks. I'm pretty sure if you come down here at the beginning of the adventure, you can have the two of them skip rocks. I'm pretty sure at the start, one of them can't skip rocks properly. I can't remember if it's Naya that can't skip it properly or it's Nai. If it is Nai that can't skip rocks properly, then as I said, it's the whole fact that, you know, Naya is still technically a part of Nai and he's grown of age. He's, you know, more mature now. He's not as childish as he was at the beginning. Well, as in contrast at the very beginning of this series, you know, remember? He used to pour water at people and do noogies down the well. Now look at him. He's up straight. His posture's up straight. He's acting like a man. He's extremely respectful and quite mature. I mean, yeah, if anything, that journey may have been traumatizing, but he would have grown so much from it too. strength-wise, mentally-wise, physically-wise, emotionally. Like, just everything would have just grown so immensely. And with that, we're going to end it with a moment of silence for both the mum and for Naya. Mostly for Naya, considering, you know, the fact we went through most of the journey with him. Unfortunately, though, it can be a little too much sometimes. And I will admit, when it comes to moments of silence at funerals, I'm terrible for them. But yeah, I would like to reiterate one last time, considering this is that's it, that's the end of the game, that, yeah, if you do have someone close to you, make sure you tell them how much you really do appreciate them, because, yeah, we kind of do take for granted how much, like, I reiterate that, I got a little bit mixed up there. We really do take for granted sometimes, like, the people we have around us, especially those we really do care about. And for those of you who are going through some really rough times, again, I really want to reiterate there too, there are people out there who do care for you and do love you as well. Don't feel like you're in this world by yourself, and if you are indeed looking for someone to talk to, there are many places you can talk to, whether it be close friends, family, and there are even people out there whose jobs are to talk to. Like, you can go and talk to them. A lot of the times talking really does help take off a load off your back. Seriously, this is coming from personal experience too. As someone who's been there and done that multiple times, and even been in the darkest of dark situations, it's the reason why halfway through this game there was one topic as I said, I kind of had to sidestep a little bit, but that's only because I can also kind of relate to that too. I've been in that situation. It's probably the darkest and deepest I've ever been in regards to my mental state. It's the lowest it's ever been. But the only way I got out of it was to seek help. I spoke to someone. I'm still around to this day because of it, because I've spoken to someone, I sought help, got medication and everything. And, you know, I still struggle here and there with it. It's something that just doesn't disappear, keep that in mind. But it does keep me on my feet, so yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Make sure to keep excuse me, I just had a stroke there. Just ruined the whole entire mood there, didn't it? Thanks brain. But no, make sure to keep those you love close by, and make sure you tell them that you do appreciate them and love them. And as I said, even just now and then, make sure to drop them a message, just ask them, you know, how they're doing, and tell them thanks for just being there. And with that, I should probably do that myself. Thank you to everyone who tuned into this series. I seriously hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing through it. I mean, it was a little bit rough here and there, I will admit, because of the subject matter, but we did it. We made our way through it. And as I said, I do personally love this game, and I do recommend playing it, although, you know, once you've kind of seen the story, it's a little bit hard to play through the game once you've done it. But if you do want to go through and experience it for yourself, or experience this with someone who hasn't seen the series, that could be something that you could investigate in, is co-op. You know, as I said, grab a friend, play through, have both of yous play through. I mean, you could pretend, control Naya and then have your best friend then go through the struggle of then having the control scheme just them, and then just have it say, or no, a way of like building up a bit of a bigger appreciation for, you know, your, as I said, significant other, best friend, sibling, whatever it is. It really will start to kick in and will make you appreciate that person even more after having this whole experience. So yeah, again, I just want to say thank you so much. And yeah, I really don't know what's going to be taking over this series. I kind of know what I think's taking over from here now. But yeah, until then, make sure to stay beautiful and make sure to have a beautiful life too. And keep those beautiful people around you close to you as well. And until next time, this is Lady KrimZen, making sure to bring you a bit more of a light-hearted series from now on. This will probably remain the darkest series on my channel until I do Majora's Mask, which won't be anytime soon, by the way. So yeah, until then, ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!